Namaste, and it's appropriate time to say Jai Mataji and Jai Ambema. Our this week Thursday of Dharma Samvad program, it's on Ma Durga Shakti. As you all aware, in the next 2 days time, Navratri gonna start, and like me, many of our Hindu, those who when come to the certain festivals, they get very excited, and especially when come to the Navratri, it's a prayer, the time for the devotions. પોતાની ભક્તિ અને માતાજી પાસે આપણે શક્તિ માંગીએ છીએ, asking for the strength. Similar like today, we have all the different guests from the Gujarati community to the South Indian community. And as you're aware about our program, our Dharma Sandesh, we contact different organizations, put them together, and ask them different questions that bring awareness to all the community, especially youngsters. We also take the young anchor, those with curiosity. They want to know more about our Dharma and different culture too. Not going to take long because we have a big guest, long list. Let me offer the opening prayer. As our scripture said, Kalo Chandi Vinayako. In a Kali Yuga, pray to Ganesha and Ma Durga Shakti. So first I offer the prayer to Ganesh Ji, and thereafter I offer the few mantra from the first chapter of the Durga Saptasati Chandi Path. Hari Om Gajananam Bhutaganadisevitam Kapita Jambu Falacharu Bhakshanam Umashutam Shokavinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam Vishweshwarim Jagaddatrim Siti Samharakarinim Indram Bhagavatim Vishnum Ratulam Tejasa Prabho Brahmovacha Tam Swaha Tam Swadhatam Hi Vashatkara Smaratmika Sudhatmakshare Nitya Yanucharya Visheshatah. Ma Durga, always blessed to all of us, especially the time of pandemic. We prayed Mother Shakti to guide us, show the path, lead us from darkness to light. Not taking long again, our very young and talented anchor today is Mr. Shriman Devilan Naidu. He's our host or anchor or convener. He's a lecturer at the SM Maritime College. So one thing good that Jaydev is sitting other side and I'm sitting here. We all give lecture all the time, and then here we have very young, talented Baiji who work with also youth programs, and then he's involved with the many seva programs, including literature distribution, youth training, working on WHF Go Green project. Really nice. See the video on WHF. I think so last week Sunday was beautiful, all the farming and the vegetables and all. I congratulate you and the WHF team. I hand over to you, and my namaste vanakkam to you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पंडित जी कीर्ति भाई. Namaste, vanakkam and namaskaram. Dear viewers, we are celebrating the wonderful celebration of Navratri in our communities around the globe. Everywhere people gather in temples and offer obeisances to Mother Shakti. However, with the COVID-19 pandemic, we have to stay at home. Today, we ask various leaders in the community why this celebration is so important. Firstly, let us all welcome Kapil Bhai. You are live at the Marlborough Temple, which is one of the few temples that has allowed devotees to pray during this pandemic. Please share with us what will happen at the mandir this afternoon.
Namaste, Devlin Bhai. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah, as everyone is aware, Marlborough Mandir celebrates Navratri at a very big scale every year, and we go bigger and bigger each year and everything. So this year, unfortunately, we're going to have one at a very smaller scale, keeping in keeping in note with the government gazette, we're going to be following a lot of rules. So first things first is your mask must be worn at all times, social distancing rules of 1.5 meters per person at all times. Upon arrival, we will be checking temperature. That if your temperature is higher than 37.5, unfortunately, you have to leave. Only 300 people allowed it in our in the outside area, and if it does rain and everything, we only 120 people within the hall. There's only one point of entry, and there will be no sharing of arti trays, no sharing of prasad. You can come and offer, but you can't distribute. No food stalls this year, so very smaller scale as to what we opposed to every year.
Both, dhanyavad. Thank you so much for that. And I think all our viewers should actually take advantage of this opportunity, with the Marlborough Temple being one of the very few temples available to welcome devotees. Please grab this with the arms and definitely receive the blessings of Ma Durga. Our next guest needs no further introduction. He is Pandit Jaydev Bhai from the Sri Lakshmi Narayan Temple in Malaysia. Welcome, Pandit Ji, to the show. And we would like to know from you, please explain to us the meaning of Navratri.
Namaste, viewers. First of all, let me take an opportunity to congratulate all of you who have taken an initiative to organize this kind of wonderful online event. And of course, thanks for inviting me to share my views. Since you have asked specifically the deeper meaning of Navratri, let me take you first to the Gujarati tradition. Where there is a Gujarati, this Garba is always there. Garba is something unique thing which happens in Gujarat. And where there are Gujarati, they do practice this. Now, those who are familiar about Garba and how does it take place, let me tell you, we keep the Mataji's Murti in the center and go in circle around that Murti. It's a spiritual practice. It's a worshipping or paying salutation to the Ma Durga. But if we try to understand what is written between the lines, it says that keep Goddess, keep the Universal Mother in the center, and put yourself on the circumference. Now, to understand the word Navaratri, before that, I would like to tell you there's a good saying in Sanskrit, Utsav Priyaha Khalu Sajjana. In our Indian tradition, Indian civilization, the Vedic civilization, there are always festivals comes one after another, and that all comes with different meaning, with some significance, and with message always. We need to understand the word Navaratri. The correct word is Navaratri. In Gujarati, we say Northa, or in Hindi speaking, we say Navratan. Now, the Navaratri word, if we break it to try to understand, now and the other word is Ratri. The literal meaning now is everyone we know, now is 9. Ratri means nights. So, it's a festival of 9 nights. Celebration goes for 9 nights. Now, we need to understand what is the other meaning of Navaratri. Now, the meaning, the word now, the meaning now, the word now means new also, new too. And Ratri, we know Ratri is night, but that dark. Again, the good saying comes here in the picture that tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, from darkness to the light. By worshipping Durga, by worshipping Shakti, we are requesting Ma Durga, please lead us from darkness to light. If we take the first meaning, Navaratri, but that 9 nights not necessarily all time happens. For an example, This year, it won't be 9 nights, it will be 8 nights because we follow the lunar calendar. So we need to go the broad meaning as well. This time, this festival is for the pure devotion, Shuddha Bhakti. These 9 nights or the 9 days is related with one of our beautiful saying for the Navadha Bhakti. There are 9 steps to follow to reach to that height. That those are known as Navadha Bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam Vaishnoho, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. So we need to practice those steps one after the another. Of course, it's not an overnight process. It can take years together. It can take lives together. What Bhagavan Krishna very clearly mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, that Bhavanam Janmanamante Gnanavan Mam Prapadyate. So it doesn't happen overnight, but we must keep on practicing. As furthermore, to go in detail, to in deep about the Navratri, as we know that 3 days for the Mahakali, Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati, 33 days. I would like to quote one very good thing here, that in Sanskrit it has been written that Vidya Vivadaya Dhanam Madaya Lakshmi Paresham Parapidanaya Khalasya Sadhar Viparita Medat Gnanaya Danaya Charakshanaya. That reminds that if I have knowledge, that is only due to Ma Saraswati. If I have power, that's only due to Mahakali. If I have got good wealth, that is only due to the grace of Mahalakshmi. Now it depends how we use it. It has been clearly mentioned here. Vidya Vivadaya. If it goes in the wrong hand, with the wrong person, they will use Vidya for just mere debating. If the wealth goes the wrong person, they'll just be full of ego. If the power, the physical power, strength goes to the wrong people, they will trouble the weaker. Whereas it go to the gentleman, to the right people, the sajjana, then how is it going to work? Gnanaya, Danaya, Charakshanaya. If Vidya, the knowledge go in good person, in good people, they will share, they impart their knowledge. If the wealth go in good people's hands, they will share their wealth for the community at large. And if the strength, the physical strength, go to the good people's hands, they will protect the society, they will protect the culture. So here in this, we will pray to Ma Durga that please grant this in our life. I think I have covered your question. I tried. I can keep on going, but for that, it's
No, definitely, Panditji. I think you have provided such invaluable insight, and our listeners definitely should practice what you've put forward to them, where Ma Durga, Ma Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati coexist. And at the very beginning of your message, you said that we should make Goddess Devi the center of our lives, and by doing that, everything else will fall into place. Panditji, I know you have to leave us for a prayer, but I have one more question. One of the early evidence of reverence for Devi, the feminine nature of God, appears in chapter 10, verse 125 of the Rig Veda, one of the scriptures of Hinduism. This hymn is also called the Devi Shuktam hymn. Please just explain to us the importance, and bahut bahut dhanyavad for this, Panditji.
thanks, Mr. Naidu. It's you mentioned it. It's this hymn from the Rigveda, and that is known as Devi Shuk. That is known as Vak Suktam. Vak Suktam also, and Vak means speech. Those are total 8 words, but I would like to draw the attention of the viewers for which I mean, all verses are very good, very important, full of significance. But I'd like to draw your attention for 2 verses, which is number 4 and number 5. Mantra 4 and mantra 5. Maya so annavati yo vipashyate cha praniti cha ईष्णोत्युक्तम् अमन्तवो मान्तो वक्ष्यन्ति तिं श्रुति श्रुतं श्रद्धिवं ते वदामहे. Goddess has very clearly told that he who eats food, he who sees, who breathes, who hears the spoken word, does so through me alone. All pervading God, all pervading power. And the 5th verse very clearly says that I speak this myself, which is like by both gods and men alike, whomever I wish, I make him powerful, well versed in knowledge, a sage and wise one. So if you want to be knowledgeable, well versed, always we need to keep on praying. And the message is very clear, all pervading. That reminds me two Upanishads. The most powerful Upanishad, which Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavashamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagat. The whole world is covered by Almighty. And another good Upanishad is Narayana Upanishad. In Narayana Upanishad, it has been written very clearly. Yachya kinchit jagat sarvam drashyate swayate piva antarbahishya tat sarvam vyapya Narayana sthitah. Yachya kinchit jagat sarvam. Whatever you say, or whatever you hear, internal or external, all pervading is Narayan, the supreme reality. I would like to conclude I can keep on going, but
Perfect.
we are limited with the time. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I wish all the best to this initiative. Wherever you need my assistance, I'll be more than happy to join. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all viewers. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Both Dhanyavad. Thank you so much, Panditji, for that invaluable insight. Also, you mentioned again that Devi Shuktam is more Vak Devi Shuktam. Vak Devi meaning the power of speech. And through speech, we are able to communicate our ideas to the rest of the world. And that is so important as well during this auspicious time of Navaratri to share our knowledge with viewers around the world. Our next guest is Guru Krishna. Guru Krishna is the officiating priest at the Sivalayam in the Cape Town. Guruji has been involved extensively with Hindu work for many years, and he is also part of the interfaith movement in Cape Town. Guruji, welcome to the show. It is an honor and privilege to have you with us.
Vanakkam and Prem Namaskar. It's wonderful to be part of this program, and thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. So, Guruji, please explain to us the Shakti or the Shiva Shakti principle in Hindu thought and philosophy.
In our understanding, the Shiva, we call it Purusha, and the Shakti is Prakriti. In another word, the Shiva is a consciousness and the Shakti is the energy. So Shiva Shakti means nothing but consciousness and the energy, which makes the whole world in operation. So in our understanding as Ardhanarishwara and Shiva and Shakti are one, there is no Shiva without Shakti, there is no Shakti without Shiva. So in that understanding, we, the South Indian community, observe Navratri as 9 nights. As Sri Shuklabai explained, the first 3 nights we adore her as Mother Durga. The next set of 3 days we adore her as Mother Lakshmi. The last 3 days as Mother Saraswati. In the first 3 days, the individuals attend the prayers, meditation, singing, pouring devotion to the mother, gain all strength to destroy all negative energies, and preparing the mind for the next set of 3 days to receive the wealth of knowledge. On the last 3 days, they sit and meditate at the feet of the Mother Saraswati for seeking her blessing for fine arts and as well as for fine heart. So the last day, or the Dasami, or we call it Vijaya Dasami. The word Vijaya means success. Dasami means victory. It's a victory day for every individual soul. After they've gone through these 9 days of spiritual routine and sadhana, they attain success. In a simple understanding, as we are living in this world, people always attend short courses. So I can say that every time in my congregation, you go through these 9 days of a course. A 10th day is a certification day. It's a day that you tap on your shoulder and you say that you attained victory, a celebration. So we, the community, looking forward for that, the 9 days of Navratri this year, according to the South Indian calendar, and as well as the Vijay Dasami on the 26th. Yes.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for that wonderful words and also for providing us with a better understanding of the concept of Shiva and Shakti, where one cannot exist without the other. That is most appreciated. And as you said, the 9 days in the South Indian community is you look at it as more of a school, and then the graduation is a day of victory. And I hope also that all the devotees do self-introspection, that they can defeat the asuras within us, which are the negative qualities. And we really appreciate your insight, Mikanandri. Thank you so much, Guru. And our next guest, viewers, is Sumit Arora. Sumit J. Shastri Akal. You are from Punjab originally, and you settled here in South Africa for a few years. You are also involved in IT, and you do a lot of seva work at the Gurudwara in Cape Town. Welcome to the show, Sumit Bhai.
Thank you, Dev Bhai. Can you hear me?
Yes, Sumit Bhai. Okay.
Thanks for having me here and giving me the opportunity to be among the the learned people of religion. I mean, it's an honor to be among the head priests of different temples. Thank you very much once again.
Okay, so thank you again, Sumit Bhai. So please share with us what is the most glorious traditions of Navaratri in Punjab, so we in South Africa can experience a bit of Punjab through you.
Sure, absolutely. See, Punjabi in Punjabi culture, we call it like that it courage is one quality which is the most revered quality in the Punjabi culture. They are Punjabi peoples, if you look at them in any of the videos also on YouTube, they are very upbeat, very energetic, and very they got a lot of vibes around them. So, and Durga being one of the forms of goddess, it stands for courage. So I think that's the reason it is one of the most revered festival during this period of 9 odd days in the northern part of India. During this part during this time period, a lot of there are a lot of prayers which are offered in the temples at every evening. So all Punjabi people, they go to the temples, offer prayers among prayer in the temples. They got a concept of they recite Durga Chalisa as well during the evening as well. Then they get prasads which is form of which they call halwa, which is made from the wheat flour. So and it's full of sweet. It's got a very high sugar content as well. So after that they come back home, and then they worship the goddess at home and offer prayers to the goddess. So yeah, I think that this is a typical day-to-day routine for 9 odd days. And as Panditji also mentioned that all the 9 days, I think it depends on what are you seeking from the form of energy. Whether it's prosperity, then you got Mahalakshmi. If it's the spiritual penance, then it's goddess Mahakali. or if it's the Saraswati, if you're seeking knowledge. So depending on what you're seeking, it's a time period to actually achieve that.
Thank you, Sumit Bhai, for that. And as you were speaking, and collectively we look, in as much as it is celebrated with a slight variation through the various communities, the commonality is there. And I think that's what we call as unity in diversity. As much as we diverse, we all united, and Navaratri brings us all closer together as well. We have a wonderful video as you began talking about the festivity in Punjabi and the pulsating rhythms of the dance. It would be lovely for viewers to experience this video. So we're going to go to a video link now just to show you a video from Punjabi to show the glamour and the glory of the Navaratri celebrations there. Even this video, I'm sure I've seen it earlier as well. It makes me want to dance even. So I'm sure it will do this. That was absolutely beautiful. The pulsating rhythms of Punjab definitely came to South Africa, and I'm sure around the world as well, viewers were definitely up on their feet dancing. That was absolutely magical, and I'm sure all our viewers thoroughly enjoyed. Both dhanyavad, Sumanji. Thank you so much, Bhai, for your invaluable insight and for sharing with us a part of your celebrations in Punjab so that we have a better understanding. We heartfelt appreciate it. Thank you so much again. Our next guest is Chetna Ben. She was born in Zoroastra in Gujarat, and she studied and completed her bachelor's in Gujarati and Hindi literature. She is a businesswoman and she is a mother of 2 kids. Chetna Ben is living in South Africa for the past 21 years, and she's been on East Wing Radio for the past 13 years. Welcome, Chetna Ben, to the program. It is such an honor and a privilege to have you with us.
Thank you, Devbhai. Thank you very much.
I want to know from you, how is Navratri celebrated in Gujarat? So we are now going from Punjab, we're going to Gujarat. And so tell us, how is Navratri celebrated in Gujarat? And can you share some of the vibrant features of the festivals with our viewers?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Devbhai. And first, I'm thanking all the Panditjis and Yashikaji for inviting me in this samvad. I am feeling very fortunate to be a part of this special Navratri edition of Dharma Samvad Hindu News channel. I'm really very delighted to share my unforgettable childhood memory of Navratri we celebrated in my native place, Mahua. Spiritually meaning of Navratri, Gurudev, Jaydev and Guruji, Krishnaji, they both have explained in a very deep. So we go to Gujarat directly in the celebration. Of course, we have to keep God or Mataji in the center of our life. ગુજરાતીઓની ખાસ ખાસિયત છે કે તેઓ પોતાની ખાણીપીણી, ફરવાના અને ગરબાના શોખીન છે. So, how we celebrate Navratri in Mahua? The youngsters from our area, the area called Nutan Nagar, clean the area and decorate whole area with garlands and torrents. And in the middle, they put big garbi. All the four sides of garbi have 4 Devi Ma's pictures. And garbo is in the side, inside the garbi, with enlightened devo. Around the garbi, they spread carpets. So who are not joining for the garba, they can sit and enjoy. So first garba starts with kids who are in so much of excitement to perform garba or dance dandiyaras. They are wearing different clothes. Second turn is for female. Most of the ladies are wearing bandhani sari or leria sari or chaniya choli and chunri. And we all enjoy garba. During those days, some of Mataji's bhaktas sing the garba with only one musical instrument called dolak. After all the beno finish, the garba starts with male. Bhayo garba sharu kare che. And most people are waiting for this because their bio style are bio style doing garba are really amazing. In between, they turn, they jump, they sit, and immediately again they jump. Nowadays, only some professionals are doing those style, but after so many years, those are still in my mind. And last, it is the time for doing one different thing during Navratri. and that one is performed by Murari Bapu, and that is called Akhyan. So in those days about Navratri in my native place, Mahua. Yesterday, Guruji explained well about celebration of 3 days, 9 days in 3 days, Ma Durga, Ma Lakshmi Ji, and Ma Saraswati. So now we move forward to vibrant features of Navratri celebration in Gujarat.
And also, Chetna,
Ji.
if I may ask, you've been talking so much about the Garba, and I've seen it on TV. One of the things you mentioned was now only the professionals are doing the jumping and the more intricate styles of dancing. So I just want to know, I think it's nice for our youth as well to be more involved and get more acquainted with the style. And it was amazing that you took us on a journey through memory lane where you reminisce about the days, your childhood, and how you enjoyed the reverence and the splendor and the pomp of the Garba. And I want to know, why is the Garba so important? And also, why is the Garba known as the womb of creation? What is the significance of this?
Yeah. Before I tell the Garba and the Garba, I have to little bit more explanation about Garba in Gujarat. Navratri is a Shakti Parva. We pray to Goddess Durga during Navratri and to get blessings from Ma for our eternal peace, happiness, and strength. She protects us from wrongdoing and fulfill all our wishes. 9 days of Navratri are most auspicious days in the Hindu calendar. These days are celebrated all over the world among the Hindus. These 9 days are dedicated to Goddess Ma Durga. Hindus, particularly from Gujarat region, celebrate this festival by playing dandiyaras, using 2 dandiya sticks, and playing garba with clapping hands and 2 palms. But the rhythm is different than the normal clapping. During this Navratri, female are wearing chaniya choli and chundri, and male are wearing kediyu dhoti and scarf. These Garba songs are devotional songs of Mataji. These 9 days are thoroughly enjoyed by kids, youngsters, and even elderly people too.
Chetna, then thank you so far. I would like to also just allow our viewers to watch a video of the celebrations that you described in Gujarat, so that they can also experience a part of Gujarat here collectively.
Sure.
So we'll go now to our video. That was absolutely amazing. And I just want to cross now to Kapil Bhai in Marlborough. And I just want to find out what are the Garba plans like in the temple there? Are you guys also trying to recreate something? I'm sure that all the devotees want to dance and experience the full glory of the Garba.
Okay, so the Marlborough Mandir this year, from a cultural point of view, we'll still be doing the whole the traditions, the rituals, and everything as it was every year. But as you know, every year we get singers from India. So this year we don't have any singers from India, but we do have our local singers that have come in, and there will be some live singing few days. We will be playing CDs few days, but I think the vibe will still be the same as every other year. It's just not on a bigger scale like it used to be. We won't have thousands and thousands of people playing around, but yeah, I'm sure the vibe and through Mataji's grace, it will still be the vibe will still be there.
Definitely. And I think also, as you said, as long as the rituals are being observed, I know they are missing out on the fullness of the Garba, but definitely through Mataji's grace, we'll definitely have a successful 2021, hopefully through her grace.
Yeah, the prayers will be the same as it is every other year. We're not compromising on that at all. It's just the scale, I think we've compromised on that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kapil. But there you have it,
Thank
viewers.
you so much.
To join in the Marlborough Temple and experience the glory of Navratri. And now we journey from the north to the south. And I want to come back to Guruji. There's basically, there was a question earlier on Guruji that I'll ask as well before I go to the main question. Please guide us on the difference between the Shakti principle and the Shiv principle. And then also, what are the important prayers that are chanted during Navaratri in Sanskrit and Tamil?
Is a Shakti principle. So, in our understanding, Lord Shiva is the destroyer of all negative energies, and Mother Shakti does the same as the Mother Durga, destroy all negative energies, and also she is most compassionate, and she is a giver of knowledge, the Sutta Vidya. So the difference between the Shiva and the Shakti is nothing. That's why we say there is no Shiva without Shakti, and there is no Shakti without Shiva. Shiva and Shakti essentially the one, but manifested as Purusha and Prakriti. So we need to understand. That's why many people they have a misunderstanding about the Shiva and Shakti. So we need to bring them some light over this understanding. The Shiva and Shakti are essentially the one. So there is no operation of Shiva without Shakti. There is no Shakti without Lord Shiva. So they are essentially the same. So coming to the aspect of puja and prarthana in the temple. So we do every day a puja according to the Agama guidance, the Shaiva Agamas. And we do the Havan on every single day, the first 3 days for the Mother Durga, the next 3 days for Mother Lakshmi, the last 3 days for Mother Saraswati. So during the time, we use text like Durga Trisati, the Durga Ashtotram, Lakshmi Ashtotram, and Saraswati Ashtotram. Then another wonderful Tamil source of sacred text is called Sakala Kala Valli Malai. It's a wonderful text. Sakala Kala means the mother of all arts and fine. So there is verses that glorify the Divine Mother, which also recited by individual and as well as collectively at temples. And also they sing bhajans. Every day they sing bhajans. Various aspects of the Divine Mother is sung during this spiritual gathering. And also we do the recital of Devi Mahatmyam as well in the temples. And some individuals at home, they do Chandi Homam and so on. So that was collectively done by the South Indian community. And the last day, or the Mahanavami, particularly in the South Indian way of Hindu practice, so the devotees bring books to the temple, and they do the blessing, and also they write Om on the tongue with the honey and clove. And the Vijayadashami is also called Ayudha Puja, where the instruments are offered in front of the Divine Mother. The musicians will, after the pray, they take all the music instruments and play some few ragas. And those pandits, they will do, after they offer this, the sacred text of Vedas and various sacred texts in the Tamil culture is read, Tevaram and Tiruvasakam and so on. So the different types of persons, like for example, if it is a carpenter, so
Yes.
he creates something on the day. So
Perfect.
in India, South India, even the builders, bricklayers, so they bring all the instruments and offer it at the feet of the mother, and they bless that, and they say thank you. So with your
Yes.
blessings, we can able
Yes.
to create something in this world.
Yes. Thank you so much for that. I know we are pressed for time as well, and we have a question, but we can always get back to that. Guruji, you mentioned as well that you gave us some such maybe we've had any preconceived ignorance dispelled in the South Indian culture when you've provided such enlightenment to us about the traditions and about the prayers. And I encourage all our viewers to take advantage of these prayers, listen to it, chant them, attempt to chant them, and definitely, worship in a way that is particularly close to your heart. Mika Nandri, thank you so much, Guru, for that invaluable insight. We now cross out to Sumit, and I want to know from you, Sumit, there are so many religious differences in the world, as we just heard now, in terms of the musical instruments being capped on the last day, and in terms of writing on the tongue with the clove, and with the different religions as well, different variations. What important lessons can we as society learn from these festivals, like unity and harmony, and what are some of the lessons we can learn?
No, absolutely. I think that's a very great question, especially in these times where, there's a lot of religious intolerance, because of different interpretations of different rituals. And, a lot of people, they make a lot of, wrong perceptions and, wrong interpretations. At the end of the day, I think the basic tenets, of any religion is, is to pray to the God, work hard, and, share back with the community. I don't think so that any religion deviates from these three basic tenets, be it Sikhism, be it Hindu religion, be it Islam, be it Christianity. So I think these are some of the lessons while going to Gurdwara every Sunday and doing offering sevas over there. I think these are the basic tenets of religion, and I think as individuals of the community, I think if we rever these tenets, I don't think so that there wouldn't be any religious intolerances in the society.
Definitely, and also what comes to mind is our past, the history. Our Master Shri Govind Singh, he was also preaching the unity aspect as well. Do you want to share some enlightenment of that?
No, absolutely. I think the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Govind Singh Ji, he also, I would just like to share that, he also fought so valiantly, against the Mughals, when they were trying to invade India. And as I said, that, courage is something, which is much rare in the Punjabi culture. So, and Durga being, I would say the manifestation of, or the significance of courage, Guru Gobind Singh Ji also used to, to revere Goddess Durga as well. I think it has been mentioned somewhere that he also used to worship Durga so as to fight courageously, in the battleground. So yeah, I think all these principles are still revered within the religion.
Ji, both dhanyavad. Thank you so much for that, Sumit Bhai. And as you heard, viewers, Goddess Durga is a reservoir or the storehouse of eternal courage and eternal strength. And talking about eternal strength and the principle of feminine energy as well, I would like now to cross back to Chetna Ji Ben. who just wants to also, and I would like to know personally and the viewers as well, what is the important role of women in society? If you can please enlighten our viewers as well, what role, especially now, we always have reverence for females and the feminine aspect, especially against gender-based violence, all of the problems that plague society, all of the asuras that we want to defeat. And again, Goddess Durga defeated Mahishasura, and we want to defeat these tendencies, and we want to give glory to women. So I want to know from you, Chetnaji, of the role of women in society.
Yeah.
And how can such festivals guide women to live better lives? How can we draw from these festivals women draw to live a better life?
Yeah, that is a very big and great question, because we all are born from a mother, a woman, but still women are not getting that much of respect from all over the society. So we have to learn all those things from our Mataji's tapasya. See, today's what we have is the fruit of our Rishi Muni's tapasya, and to keep them alive, lots of devotees put their time and efforts to give the society the best things what is needed in all the women are working. Whoever is working, people understand somebody bringing money, they are working, but whole day the female, the Mataji, is working at home and doing all the hard work, but people can't recognize them because they are not earning. So in Navratri days, all the Matajis are showing their what we have to think about all the women. They are not just a woman, but they have many kind of values and many
roles.
They are doing many roles in her own life.
They wear many hats as well, Chetnaji. And Chetnaji, thank you, I think, for that insight. I want to also say I was very emotional, and I'm sure our viewers was very emotional. You spoke about the roles that female plays in society, especially mothers. They can work from 9 to 5. They come home, they have to prepare. Then they have to get ready, take care of the children. It's a never ending, it's 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
And we salute women around South Africa, around India, around the world, all our viewers. Women definitely are very special. I mean, if you just look at the magnanimity of the role that women play in society is definitely sometimes even hard to comprehend, and we must give respect and encourage all the youth out there that are watching this. Just respect your mothers, take her blessings, touch her feet in the morning, because we only have one mother, and without female, there's no creation. There's no human race without females. And Chetnaji, you said it absolutely beautifully. A woman wears so many different hats, so many different roles to play in society. And so that is why Navratri is also a chance to respect our mothers. And we really appreciate that, viewers. I'm sure you've enjoyed this program with us. We are now going to video of Navratri Puja in the south of India. So we really have encapsulated the entire festivity across the various geographical locations in India. So we're now going of Navratri Puja in
गिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमोदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दिनुते गिरिवरविन्ध्यशिरोदिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते దైవం అమ్మే జగత్కి మూలం అమ్మే ఆదియు అంతం అమ్మే సృష్టికి సారం సర్వం అమ్మే నీకు జన్మనిచ్చి అమ్మే నిన్ను ఒడిలో చేర్చి అమ్మే నిన్ను నీలా పెంచి తల్లయ్యక్కై చెల్లై వదిలే ప్రతి రూపం తానే నీ తోడు నీడ తానే నీ చిన్న రాత్రి నుండి నీ ఆట బొమ్మయుండి నువ్వు ఆడిన పాడిన కొట్టిన తిట్టిన నీతో నేవుంటూ నిన్ను నీలా ప్రేమించే నిస్వార్థమైన ప్రేమే అమ్మ సురవరవర్షిణి దుర్ధరదర్శిణి దుర్ముఖమర్షిణి హర్షరతే త్రిభువన పోషిణి శంకర దోషిణి కల్మషమోచని ఘోరరతే ధనుజని రోషిణి దుర్మద శోషిణి దుఃఖ నివారిణి సింధుసుతే జయ జయ హే महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते జన్మనిచ్చి భార్య నిన్ను తక్కని చేసి పంచభూతాలే తానై ఐదను బంధాలే తానై అమ్మాయి అక్కై చెల్లై భార్య పతిని నిన్ను నడిపించే శక్తియే అమ్మా She's a creation, she's a power, she's a nature, she's everywhere. She's a mother, she's a sister, she's a wife, she's the one who cares. She's a love, she's a glory, she's the beginning of this world. Listen everyone, she's a new one, ఐగిరి నందిని నందిత మోదిని విశ్వ వినోదిని నందినుతే గిరివర వింధ్య శిరోదిని మాధిని విష్ణు విలాసిని జిష్ణునుతే భగవతి హేషితి కంఠ కుటుంబిని కుటుంబిని భూరి కృతే శ్రీ జై హే మహిషాసురనర్దిని రమ్యకవర్దిని శైలసుతే సకలన నాదతేత తాళ నిమిత్త జలాశయతే కర్మామతివరతం కథాళక తాళక చూహన నాదరతే దివ్యమికిట దిక్కిట దివిధ్వని తీరములంగని నాదరతే జై జై హే మహిషాసురనర్దిని రమ్యకవర్దిని శైలసుతే రమ్యకవర్దిని శైలసుతే రమ్యకవర్దిని శైలసుతే రమ్యకవర్దిని శైలసుతే.
We may all travel different paths, but the destination ultimately leads to God. And during this 9 days of Navratri, let us all engage in seva, in spiritual activities, so that we can cross the ocean of samsara, we can attain moksha and become one with God. I want to say both dhanyavad, Mika Nandri, Chala dhanyavadanu to all our guests, Chetna Shet, Pen, Sumit Arora Bhai, Pandit Jaydev Shukla ji, Guru Krishna ji, and Kapil Ratna ji. Both dhanyavad. Thank you to all our viewers. We thoroughly hope you enjoyed. Jai Mata Di.
Thank you, Dev, and thank you to Dharma Samvad Hindu News Channel.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.